Welcome home, Spider-Man. Welcome home. Spider-Man Homecoming, the third live-action adaptation of The Wall Crawler and the sixth film in the last 15 years. This one is directed by John Watts. It stars Tom Holland, Michael Keaton, Robert Downey Jr., Jon Favreau, Zendaya, and of course the ever so sexy and ever so beautiful Marissa Tomei. Now, the one thing I want to get out of this way is you don't have to worry. This isn't going to be an Amazing Spider-Man 2. This isn't going to be a Spider-Man 3. You're going to go in and you're going to enjoy this film. It's a great adaptation of the Spider-Man saga, and I am very excited to see where they take this character into the sequels of this series. One thing that is for sure that we kind of knew coming out of Captain America Civil War was that Tom Holland had nailed the character of Peter Parker and Spider-Man. Tobey Maguire was a great Peter Parker, Andrew Garfield was a great Spider-Man. Tom Holland is the best blend of best both worlds. On top of that, as I've seen a major improvement in some of the MCU villains. Caecilius had some issues, but I think he was a pretty solid villain. Ego I thought was pretty awesome, and Michael Keaton's Vulture just takes it to a whole nother level. I think of all the MCU villains, he's had the best motivation, the best motives, and overall, just the best portrayal on screen. He's terrifying. He's actually scary. There's a few moments where you just look at the film and you just know that there's an impending doom with this character, that there's something coming, and it just freaks you out. And those green eyes just scare the hell out of you. I don't know what it is, but those green eyes just gave me weird feelings every time I saw them on screen. Some of the issues I have with the film are not as blatant as I'd like them to be. They're kind of nitpicks at this point. One of them is the daylight CG issues. I noticed that the CG was kind of botchy at certain points, but it came a lot during the daylight sequences. And I find that's quite often with a lot of superhero films, is they just have so much issue getting daylight CG. Outside of maybe The Winter Soldier and The Avengers, there's very few films that have daylight CG that can really pull off and grasp the audience. And Homecoming is one of those films that kind of falters that way. Another complaint I have is that some of the changes are a little bothersome with the film. I didn't actually mind the suit. I didn't mind some of the character changes. A few were a little botchy, but those are getting into spoiler territory. Again, that's up to interpretation, though for the most part it was perfectly fine for me. Overall, this film is very good. It's a brand new interpretation of the Spider-Man character, and I cannot wait for you guys to see it. There is a new spoiler video coming out, so I'll let you guys get onto that. But for now, this film is awesome, and I'm going to give it a very solid 8 out of 10. For any further content, I'd like you guys to follow Comic Book Movie Talk on Facebook.com. Also follow Riley Onson on Twitter and Facebook, and we'll catch you guys around. Take care.
Kill you and everybody you love.
My friends are up there!
The guy is still out there. I've just got to do this on my own.